Okay, Bowie Super Coach coming to you today with a thought that could be controversial, but it shouldn't be, and that is repetitive and ongoing real estate skills coaching really that necessary? Well, I think about it and I look at the coaches in the real estate industry. There's some outstanding ones, probably half a dozen of them. There's so many people that want to be real estate coaches or claim to be real estate coaches. There's about half a dozen who know what they're talking about. But the question is ongoing skills coaching paramount? Now, I understand if we're considering leadership skills, EBU, team skills, principal advisory skills, all that's very nuanced, it's very specialized, I get it. But ongoing coaching. Now, when I look at it, I think to myself, there's about 7 modules or 7 specialty areas. Excuse me, because I'm puffing. I've just had a workout. But this is when my creative juices start flowing and I get to unleash all the alphabets that are in my head. But when I think about it, there's 7 areas of real estate that we really need to master, not 27. If we were in IT, there'd be new initiatives, new concepts that we'd need to master every week. If we're in medicine, there'd be new procedures constantly we'd need to master. If we're in law, there'd be new legislation constantly evolving. But real estate, let's look at the 7. Okay, number 1, database management. Okay, master that. How do we master it? Very simply, use a platform, not necessarily a CRM, call it a CRM if you like, but a platform to input data of property owners. Make notes every time you speak to them. Schedule a task or a follow-up call based on your instinct and on the propensity you feel would be the next appropriate time that would be a great opportunity to talk to them based on their propensity towards selling. Is that rocket science? No. Should this CRM or should this platform do some other cool stuff like a mail merge? Yes. Exporting it into a CSV file, yep, that'd be nice too, to do some sort of email alert system. However, keeping in contact and building relationship with a curated list of property owners in your core market to add value to them on a regular basis, that's database mastery. Second thing, prospecting. Is this revolutionary? Is this complicated? No. There's a few areas of prospecting. One is campaign prospecting. So you list a few properties, and when you list properties, you receive email inquiries, phone inquiries, and you get to the opportunity to do callbacks. You need to master those 3 verticals, and not only to get the property sold, but also to extract information from those clients to see if they own a piece of real estate in your core market so you can put them back into module number 1, which is databasing, or mastery level or area of expertise number 1, which is databasing. So you've got campaign prospecting. Then you've got database prospecting, which we've already talked about. Then the third vertical of that is leverage prospecting or cold prospecting, which is letterbox dropping, cold calling, door knocking, social media, building funnels, and generating extra appraisals or extra bits of data. That's as complicated as prospecting should be. So what's the third one? Listing. Is this complicated? No. What do you need to master? Probably about half a dozen objections, which are always usually the same, about fee, marketing, where's your office, what are your unique selling propositions? Master those in your master listing. Should you have a structured agenda-based listing presentation? Sure. Do you need to be comprehensive and compelling? Sure. Do you need to listen? Do you need to add value? Do you need to talk less? Sure. Still, it's not a complicated science. What is the fourth? The fourth is vendor management. Is vendor management complicated? No. What do you need to do is listen, over-communicate, meet with them twice a week, email them twice a week, call them every day, add value, listen, over-communicate, let them know that price is important, but also tapping into their original motivation, which was to get them from point A to point B of their life, which is called a result. They're paying you for a result and paying you to get a premium price, yes, but they're not mutually exclusive, equally, both as important. Then we look at the next one, which is buyer work. Buyer work is not dissimilar to vendor work. Adopt a vendor-like management or vendor-like communication with your buyers. Meet with them. Talk them through how to help them secure this property. Ask them where they're at in terms of their finance journey. Don't just call them and say, hey, you're on my shortlist, you took a contract, are you all set for the auction? Have you got finance sorted? That's not going to cut it. Shortlists involve digging deeper, peeling back the onion layers, getting face-to-face with them, linking arms with them, getting valuable and consistent and transparent data from them around where they're at in terms of price, so you can provide accurate feedback to your client, which is your seller. Then we look at number 6, and we said there was 7. Number 6 is leverage marketing. So every time you list and sell a piece of real estate, are you following a checklist? Every time a pilot sits in their cockpit, regardless if they've been flying for 5 minutes or 35 years, what do? Follow a checklist. What should your checklist involve? These are just a few things, which could include geo-targeting your own database to let them know about a listing or a sale, letterbox dropping, going towards social media, boosting it through Facebook business page, toggling it through to Instagram, confining it to a 2 to 3 kilometre radius, doing video content around 90 seconds, and advising them by adding value around what are the lifestyle benefits and what are the investment benefits of that particular property. Don't showcase yourself, showcase the property, and then capture data through that way. What's another way? Door knock, cold call, letterbox drop we talked about, geo-targeting we talked about. That's not revolutionary stuff. Just follow a checklist that works for you, that you know you can add value. The last one is mindset. This is critical. 3 areas: physical health, mental health, emotional health. Physical health is obvious. There's plenty of information about that. Mental health is obvious. However, if it's a clinical diagnosis, get serious help. If it's the blues, or if it's just that voice in your head, learn to dismiss that voice. Learn to treat it like fiction, because it's not fact, it's just fiction. Dismiss it. Emotional health is protecting that inner citadel, which is that metaphorical fortress, by not giving a shit what people think or say about you. So, we've just covered the 7 main areas. Why is ongoing coaching necessary? Don't get me wrong. There's some great coaches out there. Please use them. If you need specialty help, use them. But ongoing coaching, saying the same thing, is it really necessary? Now, the best coaches in our country are the ones who can nuance it and the ones that can deliver it outstandingly well. They're the coaches that will constantly have room in our marketplace. And as I said, there's some outstanding ones out there. But it got me thinking. That's why I created the Adrian Bose system, because for years I was going around and coaching around those 7 principles. And what I decided to do was record it. So I tell people, once you invest in the Adrian Bose system, you don't need to speak to me anymore. As long as we've got accountability ongoing, there's no need for ongoing coaching. So I hope this triggers some thought. I hope this triggers some action. It's not meant to offend anyone. It's not meant to create controversy. It just gets me thinking about ongoing skills coaching for real estate. Is it necessary when you're delivering the same message? God bless. Live with virtue.